I've avoided talking about Virginia Giuffre, formerly Virginia Roberts, the one who was mostly responsible for. It seems like we're largely responsible for blowing the whistle on the things that were going on Epstein Island, and or at least a major someone who played a major role in exposing all of that. You know, as one of the young girls at the time who was exploited um, by billionaires and elites, and and taken advantage of in various unspeakable ways. And now she dies of quote unquote suicide. You know, a few weeks after some really strange story where she was in an auto accident and said she was going to die in a few days or something like that. It was just like sort of all not really making sense. Um, and she was one of those people who was on one of those people, one of those people who knows too much, who goes on record saying, if I die, it's not a suicide, and then dies of a quote suicide, and we're supposed to think it's a suicide. Um, it's another one of those. It's heartbreaking. It's a little. Um, it's definitely, well, calling it sad is just not good enough. Um, but I haven't really plumbed the depths of all of this. I haven't looked into the details. I just trying to put it together doesn't make sense. Or I mean, yeah, obviously the pieces don't fit together. Um, but what and so like the it makes me contemplate the other side of the coin of what I've often said before. What I've been saying a lot lately is, people are more aware of what's going on, or that those who claim the right to rule the rest of us are lying to us habitually, constantly, and that we don't. Whereas, um, in the let's say the 1950s or so, uh, mid century, if you took a poll of how many people trusted the president, how many people trusted Congress, how many people trusted the media, it would be like 80 to 90%. Yeah, we trust them. They're there for us. We believe in them. It's just a different world. It was just a different world, and they were probably wrong. The thing is, they were probably wrong to trust so much, um, and they're undoubtedly right to trust so much less now. But the world, I mean, um, yeah, I don't know. That's a different subject, I guess. What I'm trying to say is the opposite side of the coin is, there's all this exposure of, you know, well, when Epstein quote unquote killed himself, nobody believed it. It was a farce. Um, when they tried to say it was just a nobody with no political connections, and that were the attempted to assassinate Trump. I don't think anybody really bought that. Whether or not they wanted to, like, there were plenty of people who wanted to see the assassination be successful. I don't know if you asked them, if you really uh, asked them if in their heart of hearts they really just thought it was some some kid with no connections and no affiliations with with the political elites. if they would if they would really think that. I don't. So there's the scales falling from people's eyes right now, but on the other hand, this kind of thing just keeps on happening, and there's like that's the part that's the side of the living in a low trust world and the abundance of cynicism uh, is people stop caring, or they just figure, well, there's nothing we can do. Like, what can we really do about? We know that. I don't know. Like Virginia Giuffre was not as high profile a case, but it's the kind of thing where people see it and they say, well, yeah, of course this wasn't I don't believe this was a suicide. Uh, this person who exposed all of these people, um, you know, and and now dies under really strange circumstances, which again, I don't even know. Some of y'all probably know the details better than me. Some of y'all probably looked into this more than I did. I just sort of more or less saw the headlines. Um, and what? Let me just finish my thought. So that's the opposite side of the coin of having a cynical populace. Is on the plus side, you see through the lies. On the minus side, you come to think, well, they're always like you don't have the kind of idealism that people had back when they trusted things, where it was like, well, if something go well, by Jiminy, uh, if they actually did something to this lady, uh, you know, by golly, somebody needs like Mr. Smith goes to Washington kind of thing, like righteous anger. Um, that's the side of the that's what cynicism takes from people. You lose the properly righteous anger that you would have when you were still an idealist, when you still believed in things. And you just say, well, that's the system, it's never going to change, and this is always going to happen. And what can you do? And why even get upset about it? Why even, you know, why waste your energy getting upset over it? Just just focus on things that you can have some have some real effect on, or that some focus on things you can actually change in your life, instead of just getting upset about things that will never change. The thing about that is it seeds to them, it seeds their illegitimate power right back to them. I think that's what I'm struggling with. It's like it's like a double leap. It's why the double leap of cynicism. Like the first leap is you lose faith in the authorities. You lose faith in uh, institutions, and you should lose faith in them because they're absolutely up to no good. It would seem. Um, but the other side of that is you just think, well, uh, they're powerful. I am not powerful. Those who go up against them get crushed sooner or later. I mean that's what like with Virginia Giuffre or Giuffre. Um, she got. if they took her out at age 41, you know, years and years after all of this stuff happened, when she's, you know, an older woman, married woman, not a nubile, you know, underage girl, um, you know, who's being scandalously exploited by the elites. You know, it's like, what is it? Just a revenge kill? Is it just, you know, we'll get back at you sooner or later for exposing us? Um, I mean, is that what it is? Is that what it's all about? It makes me rather despondent to think about it. Uh, and it exposes again the dark side of cynicism. It's just funny to say because you think that it's like you're already talking about something that's not 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 in the light. You know, you're already cynical. You're already looking on the bad side of things. And but I had maybe put I've maybe put too much stock lately in seeing what was good about people losing faith in institutions and losing sight of the fact that when people lose faith in institutions, um, even if it's justified, there something else gets lost as well because there's uh, I think hope gets lost, and so it's, you know, we're back to the black pill again. You know, black pill checkmate. I thought I was steering. You know, I thought it was working out this winning strategy. Uh, you know, playing chess against the black pill, but the black pill checkmated me from behind. I didn't even know how chess is played. I've never played chess. I know that's a wild thing. I'm sure that's a crazy thing for all of you, like, because you know how intellectual I am, you know how brilliant I am, um, you know how pretentious I am. Surely I'm a chess player. Nope, never played it. Don't know how it's played. Uh, and You can't teach an old dog new tricks. And too old to learn now. But anyway, so that's a problem. There has to be a way of seeing through the bullshit and still being able to get righteously uh, outraged and feel that we need to make the world we need to do something about this. We need to make the world a better place. We need to protect our children from these scummy elites. Um, Instead of just thinking, well, you know, you stand up against them, you'll get swatted down. That's just the way it is. Which is what I'm afraid has happened with, you know, or gets is illustrated by the Virginia Giuffre story. So am I right? Am I wrong? Let me know.